Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is going to be a crafting video. I wanted to show a project that I started, and I have some crafting books from the library. I went to the library on Saturday. I was surprised that it was open as late as it was because in my hometown it's usually open until like 3 o'clock, the latest, if it is open on a Saturday. So I was happy to find some crafting books because um, I don't like to travel with too many books, but I do like learning from physical books. Um, in my storage unit, I do have my academic books that I like, and when I went for my degree, I mainly referenced those, and then I had some online sources too, and we had to use credible sources, so a lot of it was like .gov, and they were websites that had testing, like medical research, and that would be a part of what we would put into our reports or other assignments that we had. So I do like those books. I kept them there because there was only so much stuff that my car could carry. So, um, I did bring my knitting books. I saw that there was some knitting books there too, but I wanted to focus on the quilting stuff, and I found a spinning one that I got or checked out, and then I'll see the other ones that are there because I didn't want to get so many since I could just read what I have and then obviously bring the books back and then borrow more books. So before I show the books, I wanted to show my progress. I just started it the day that I went. I started it at the library. And I feel like I'm going to go to the library to print out just that part of the pattern because I went on Ravelry and there's a pattern that gave you like an external link, and then someone said that there was like an English version of it and gave the link to that one, and that has the sweater, the adult version, and then the children's version, and then there are some accessories. So hats, mittens, uh, mittens, and long socks. So since it's just 10 cents each for a black and white page, I'm just gonna do the pattern that I am working on. And this pattern, I'm mainly going to use the Ukrainian yarn. I'm hoping that maybe I have uh, enough of this color, but just by the numbers that they had in the pattern, I would need 100 more grams. But I don't know because it's in this form and maybe in the description, there could be the exact amount, but even so, it says 500 grams for the first contrast color. And I feel like this will be an extra cozy one because I'm knitting a size up. And if it's a little big, well, it's a unisex size, and I usually go for the smallest size for unisex, but if it's a little baggier or like cozier, maybe I could um do a gift knit, but it would be a special gift knit. So, and or I would share it if anything, because it's going to be a lot of knitting. So for the construction of it, I was reading it a couple times to see how it would be knit up. And so I'm knitting it from the bottom and going up. All the color work will go all the way to, oh my god, it'll go like to this area here, and then you're going to knit back and forth for each, like the front and the back, um, like they say the neck area, and they'll do this sleeve separately because I was seeing like the sleeves to the body because um, it's a little bit of a different construction than what I normally do. I feel like the patterns that are coming out, there's of course different constructions that you could get, but for like color work, a type of thing that is what you see a lot in Ravelry or patterns in general is the top down construction. And so you start from the neck and then you separate for the sleeves. So it gives that shape. And then, well, there isn't, it's just increasing. And then you separate for the sleeves unless there's like the raglan details on there. And that's like a thing that a lot of patterns do now. The older ones, I feel they have the piecing together a lot, or like with this is the 1994 Olympian sweater, and it has like the other details to it that I don't see as much. So I'm really happy that I'm going to get that started. I kind of wanted to do an Easter cast, and I know Easter isn't for a couple days, but for holidays, I like to cast on something, and I feel like it might be a hat because this will be one of the main projects, and it will take a little bit. I say a little bit, but with color work, it's usually a fun thing for me. This one has um, full on color work, so I'm pretty ecstatic about that. I'll show the yarn that I've shown many times that I feel like this could be the chance to use it. Oh, wait, I was gonna pause it. Sorry. So the yarn is definitely something that I've shown multiple times on this channel, but I was trying to find a pattern for it. Originally, I was going to do one of Tati's garments, but I was gradually getting the yarn from like the sale section in the yarn store, and um, when I was going to get the rest of the yarn, it disappeared. So I'm thinking somebody bought it, and I'm happy that they bought it. I feel like maybe it's just now that that's kind of a thing, I will figure out what to do with it. I've been doing a lot of hats lately, so I feel like it could be a hat, and then maybe the leftovers I could either pair it with like another yellow. So this is what I have. You may think, oh, they're multiple balls, they're 40 grams. Oh, so, well, I have 4 of the blue shade, and it's Hanamu, and then 1 of the sunset colorways. So I really love it. I think I could actually, I would like it as a hat because I do like this shade. And I think I could wear it regularly like when it isn't um, insanely hot out. It's not right now, but it will be. So, um, I really like these colors, and I feel like I could add on because I don't have a lot of fingering weight yarn, and I don't have too many sport DK. I feel like there's a lot of medium weight that I have, which because like in this, like I have more yarn in my storage unit, not too, well, I do have a good amount of yarn in the storage unit, but um because I didn't realize that it would be such a change up to knit in this climate. Of course, I knew it was going to be warmer, but it's still like the cooler time of the year. But even so, um, when I first got here, is down to like my fingering weight yarn. The yarn that I'm using for my Olympian sweater is for a US 4, which I don't have a lot of. So since there's going to be 5 colors, I'm kind of like wondering what I would use with this yarn. And um, I could do different shades of like blues and yellows and stuff. I had to see what I have that could go with the yarn. So it'll just be like 100 grams of 2 other contrast colors. But for this one, this is one that is a New Zealand yarn. I don't think I would buy it, like order it online, just because it is pricier. So it's the Performa series, Kiwi fingering weight 40 grams, and that's 124 meters, 135 yards, 27 stitches over 10 centimeters, machine washable brush tail possum blends. 40% fine New Zealand merino, 30% brush tail possum, 30% organic cotton. So it's really nice yarn, and I heard good things about it from the owner of the yarn shop when I was on the East Coast, and I would have knit nights. Now I'm thinking, because I've been working up the free patterns, and It's not like I don't work with I don't knit a lot of free patterns. I feel like a lot of patterns that I've knit multiple times are free ones. I did add more to the list. Um, I was thinking it would be a hat that I have the needles for. I think later this year I might invest in the blue lace weight needles. It's surprising that I haven't used them, but I gradually knit different things. I really like this one for it. Let me actually see what yarn calls for. So 3 millimeter. No. And 3.75. I was thinking Love in a Mist Hat, which is this one. But that's a 2.5 for the smaller one, smaller needles. And this is for recommended or US2, and then so US 2.5, but over here it says 3 millimeters equivalent to US 2. I I feel like that is a range. I feel like I could have been rounded up for that one. So maybe I'll do something else. I feel like the pattern will come to me though, because this pattern just seemed like a pattern to do with this yarn. Because I was like thinking of a pattern where I would use the contrast color and then I have a natural of this color too. And it's been super breathable and it's been working out pretty quickly. I have a couple more rounds to go on it, like basically double for the ribbing, since it's 2 1/4 um, for ribbing, and I have a little over an inch. Will they be mittens? I don't think so. Should I try and like making a top with it? Mm. or a cowl. I've been liking these types of designs for the Ukrainian yarn. I really like the last hat that I made. Sorry, I'm just like looking at my phone while I'm filming. I could actually do a cowl too. So this is a Latvian loop cowl, and that you just put over your neck, and it wouldn't really, unless you're looking for a specific size, but you could do what you need to do with your yarn. That actually seems like it would be nice. But do I have enough of the yellow? Because it's only 42 contrasting colors. Approximately 40 grams of each color. Yardage can vary greatly depending on yarn selection, gauge, and final project size. So I'll see like with my length, but 40 grams is exactly what it is. So maybe it's like meant to be because it literally said that. And then 4, 8, 12, 16, and then 150, well, 40 grams. Is that two contrasting colors, mid lace weight? I'm not using lace weight, mid lace weight, with the yarn weight of 830 to 870 yards, 150 grams. With this yarn type, you'll need approximately 40 grams of each color, or equivalently 225 yards. So that definitely, let's see, 135 yards. But I am using a fingering weight instead of a mid-lace weight. So I feel like I could be okay. I'll look through the rest of the patterning. Maybe I'll make a shorter cowl if I want to. But as of right now, that seems like a good thing to knit on it. And I like that it has kind of like a classic design to it. I think this will be fun if I do this one instead of a hat. I could do a hat, but I'd be kind of like, what am I going to do with the rest of the yarn? So Easter is going to be on the 20th. And then I've been just going through index cards here, which has been nice, and they're kind of colored, they are color coded. So each week, a new set of drugs, or I don't know how frequently they'll put it out, but so far, this will be the drugs that will be tested on next time we go in. So we did these in class, and the way that I sorted it out, I don't have any of the side effects on here, um, contraindications, interactions, but I do have the brand name, and on the other side, I have the generic classification and indication. So, brand name, Xarelto, generic, rivaroxaban, classification, anticoagulant drug, indication, heart conditions. So, sometimes I go through having it this way, and then the other times, this is another card where it'll be testing the other way, generic, apixaban, classification, anticoagulant, again, indication, heart conditions. I do have OLs here too. OLOL. So, oh, that's Eliquiz for the brand name. So these are nice to just have next to me, or and then when I really look at them, I look at them because, well, it's nice that you're given a little at a time. That's kind of like a Japanese method of learning too, where you kind of spread out the curriculum and then um, do different action oriented type of exercises or like remembering type of things. And one of the biggest things is like the times where your mind might like let go of those things to memorize. That's when you like strike with more ways to incorporate the different exercises. um Another thing that they were saying is like to kind of make the study time feel like it's an important time, or maybe even almost as if it was like a sacred time. So your mind just puts it in your puts like or um thinks of it as a time that it needs to pay attention to or remember to increase the percentage of memorization and actually retaining the information instead of like not retaining as much and consistently letting things out of your brain. So it's been nice for that. Next to me, well, I have the books here too. I'll show that in a moment. So this, I didn't even wear this one yet. I do wear a lot of skirts. It's gonna get warmer. I have some shorts. I have a lot more cold weather things than I do warm weather things. Well, I wear this tank top a lot. Lately, I got it at Hot Topic, but I have the tank tops and I use them a lot with the skirts that I have, and my skirts tend to be the ankle length, um, and have a lot of knitwear and fall and winter weather things. I love those times of the year. I have some shorts. I'll I have them. I'll get them out at some point. But this is another thing from Hot Topic I got this year. So this is also ankle length and it's still the price tag on it. Um, I feel like I would like to use it with my Converse boots. I've been wearing the Converse boots. They're super comfortable and I feel like this would be nice with it. I might, maybe I could wear this shirt with it too. I tend to, well, I wore this shirt with my black skirt, and I've got that black skirt. It's like a lace one that's ankle length too. I got that one on sale from Hollister because I was looking for a black skirt specifically. Um, Now I look at the Hot Topic website to see what's on sale and the things that come out. So, I feel like a lot of the clothes are from there. And I do like the quality of Hot Topic. It is a pricier store, not like the priciest store, but it's pricier. But I feel like a lot of stuff you really tend to wear and it's nice quality. Like the jeans that I got are really like I love them. And I haven't worn jeans in years. And I feel like I like that stuff gets grandfathered in because it has a lot of, I don't know if you would call it pop culture references or like cartoons, things that people love. They love to binge on them, and like one of them being, well, some shows that I grew up with, they kind of got grandfathered in, and I feel like I am an elder emo, and not like it's like super connected, but with Invader Zim, Invader Zim's like a cartoon that was around when I grew up, and then I feel like maybe Hot Topic has seen that it's consistent, like people love it, the show still, even if it was like a show from back in the day, it's still kept its um like people want to watch it and they love the show. There's a movie that there's a movie that's on Netflix that is one of the Invaders of movies. I don't know if there's any other ones. I've mainly just watched the TV show, or I've only watched the TV show other than that. And I loved it. And that was like making me giggle. That was like a funny movie. So I'm happy that I watched it. I watched it a lot, to be honest. It is like background stuff. I don't really watch too many things, but I just like to keep it, just have it on TV so it's not just like a blank screen and I'm not, it, I don't know. It's nice. Oh, I did do another recipe. It's the pampushki, and I am so happy with the way that they came out. Um I had to write the description on it still, but oh, I put the iPhone, because like the, what is it, the movie iMovie, they have the different audios or sounds that you can put on your video. I had to do that, but it was still copyrighted still because my dad was watching something. Even if I muted it, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess. So, um, but I'm really happy with the way that they turned out because I don't make a lot of bread, and they're mega filling. It's also because I made them like ginormous. I also had to, well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to get the fresh dill that the oil topping called for. And I love the oil on top. So when I got the dill, the dough rose even more because I went to get it. So it rose like an extra hour. I mean, you can let it sit for a while, but if I wanted to, I could have made the dough balls smaller for them to actually be dinner rolls, because at that point they were kind of like hamburger buns, and I cut them in half. I've been doing something recently with them because I do like them with butter, but like they're so big that I feel like it should be like kind of a meal. And I use the labneh, the lactose-free labneh that I got from the Eastern European market. Um, it's this, yeah, it's a lactose-free one, and then I have the plant-based Parmesan from Trader Joe's. I don't usually eat that cheese on its own because um, I don't mind it. It's a little salty, but I do try to see if like I like any of the plant-based or lactose-free cheeses. So far, I'm slow with tasting it because I don't want to get like a whole bunch of them and then they sit in the fridge. And I get them gradually, but I don't mind this one when I have it with the labneh because it is like a cream cheese. It tastes like cream cheese, only it's softer. It it really like brings out the tanginess and it balances out the parmesan. And then I put like the garlic powder and it tastes really great. And I love it. I put butter with it too because they're like technically dinner rolls, but that's it's a big snack, if not like a meal, if you count it as a meal. So I did freeze some of them just because it makes a giant batch. So I know like it recommended to have it with borscht. Sorry if I say that wrong. So I don't know if I want to order it first at like a see what it it tastes like. I'm sure it's yummy. I would never say anything like derogatory about the food, of course. Um, I like to go by my palate too, so I find foods that I'm thinking like that sounds great and I make them. So, um, it'll be fun to make more food because it's been great and I enjoy making the videos for them. So it I I'm happy with the way that they turned out. I'm definitely gonna make more in the future. So I feel like you could have them for if you're having like a full on dinner, like a family dinner or something, and have them there. But for me to have all of them for myself, um, it's a lot. So, but I've been like eating them for since I've made them. So back to, and I don't think my parents saw it because I kind of put some of the stuff away. And then there's so much stuff in the fridge and freezer at the moment. So we kind of try to fit whatever in wherever we can. Um, and then I make my food really weird times of the day. Like I do a lot of my baking like late at night, like when the kitchen is vacant or something. Sometimes I do it like sometime in the afternoon when they're out too, if I can. But my dad was there at least for the putting together of the bread, but they weren't there when I was actually making the bread. So, but with this skirt, as I was saying, with the Converse boots, this is a specific. It's been weird for me talking. It's been specific. It for this. Oh my God, what am I saying? It's specific to this skirt that there is. I feel like it's kind of random. Like there's this slit here, and I don't really know because it kind of just when you have it on, it just because it's a flowy skirt and then it has that detail on it. It doesn't really, it doesn't not go with it, but it's also like a little there. It, but because even when walking, I don't see it sometimes, and it's actually pretty unnoticeable that that slit is there. It's not like, um, it just seems like it's there. I don't know. And I feel like I'll wear the boots because I wear the boots with my skirt. and my other skirt, and you kind of see it, but I feel like you might see it a little bit more with this one. Again, because of the type of skirt that it is, it's not a detail that you see much of. But that might not be a bad thing. Like if you're not looking for this having that part of it in there, I didn't notice it until like later on when I had it at the house. So it's I'm pretty indifferent about that just because you barely see it. Literally, you barely see it. But be kind of cool if you saw my boots. I do wear my boots with this hoodie sometimes, but I'm happy that like I didn't get it even more stained than the stains that I already gotten on it because one of the library books it had like I don't know if I spilled something on it, but it had something and I don't think it was from the library. I felt like it looked like uh it may have been makeup. I don't know, but I had the book near this hoodie. This is one of my hoodies one of my most worn hoodies. And it's fun. I'm actually surprised that I didn't have it out for like I just got this out from when I went to the storage unit last because I do wear this pretty frequently. This is an oversized sweater. I actually cut it here because it was like doing that thing and I don't like things close to my neck aside from my necklaces because I have so many of them. But I love this and I feel like it goes almost to my knees. That's how long it is. And I feel like that might be the case with the sweater that I'm knitting because it's unisex. The last unisex sweater that I made, the Alafa Slopey one, the one with the paw prints, that's almost like that's half, not halfway. It's pretty close to being to my knees. It's long when I do the standard sweater length. So I'll have to see, but I'm already doing it oversized. So I feel like it's going to be like definitely an outerwear type of thing. But I'm excited for it because I want to knit stuff that well I'm excited for. And I'm not saying that other sweaters or like knits aren't worth my time, but if I'm adding it to my wardrobe, I want it to add to my wardrobe. They're kind of not staples like tank tops, but because like the sweaters also take a lot of space too. So I'm kind of going to be switching stuff out anyway. But I feel like in general, I'm going to be adding to my Hot Topic wardrobe because it just seems like it's that time, and I'm really happy about the selections and the stuff that I've been getting at Hot Topic. So, the book that had stuff on it, oh, there's another one. It's there. So I got three of them. This is quilting for the first time. This is a Donner Cooler book. Cooler Design Studio. Practice your quilting skills on projects that are functional and beautiful with Donna Cooler, and you'll become an expert in no time. Each project is a lesson that prepares you for the next one. This is also an excellent opportunity to sample a wide variety of styles and designs, whether the top is simple like a quilted envelope purse or elaborately patched work like a jewel-toned eyeglass case. these projects are a great way to learn this popular craft. Sorry, I don't know what's been up with my reading lately. I feel like I've been like just reading and stuff, just my talking, but um I was really interested in this book. I what like made me really excited about it was like when I first opened it, well, the first couple of pages, it has an older Singer sewing machine, and there were other quilting books too, but well, I do have one more here. It's just like this one. I really am just like the basics with piecing stuff together. Then it has like cribbing and seam allowances. Quilting layers together, that's what I was also curious about too. And I do like learning from books because back in the day, we used a lot of books. And now we have like the laptops. Well, in high school, I had a laptop that they gave us. But it's just that like the writing on paper cements the information, and that's one of the Japanese techniques. Quilting by hand is in here too. Quilting by machine, binding a quilt. So, don't know how much explaining of why I got this book other than I feel like it kind of says it itself. I need to add something to the house, the wonky house stuff, because I saw something and I was just like, why didn't I write that down? I was like, write that down, Adrian, write that down. Because there's a farmhouse in here. And I was really excited. And it gives you like, I might do that one, like, it could be one on its own, but it could just be part of the Wonky House collection. But I like that the Wonky Houses are like just coming out intuitively. I do want to make stars though, so that would be another thing. What do you call it? I really wanted to do like the, oh, this is the Amish star box top. And then it gives you like how you're assembling it. So I was saying in another video, like Pink Cut Sew had a video on how to use like the like it's the square and then like it's like two triangles and like the cool things that you can make with them, and the patterns are just really cool. So I do want to make that for sure. And down the road, I would like to make a quilt. I don't know if I would do it right away because if I'm moving, I don't really want to move with a blanket, to be honest, but I'll see. So, quilting, like, I didn't, like, quilting just didn't really connect with me in a way. Like, I just wasn't, it's not like I didn't want to quilt, but, like, when I was thinking about sewing, I was thinking about making a bunch of clothes. And I'm not saying that I won't make clothes, but the quilting makes sense now that I did it. I'm gonna put this on the ground, so just in case there's stuff on it still. I wiped it down. I didn't say in this video, but I got my new license. Finally, I'm happy that um, it's here. It took a couple days. Well, it took a couple months actually to get it, but I'm really happy with it. I'm trying not to show like information on it, but well, I'm not going to. You know, I could see it because it might be blurry, but I'm really happy. It's it was definitely a journey for this one, and I feel like it's like meant to be too, because like there's different pictures in the background for it, and this one says it says Battleborn. And I'm like, oh my god, that's me. So now I have another state license from a different state. Would this be my sixth one? So the other quilting book, I thought this was like something like I could make, definitely make some things that will be helpful. I am interested in the drawstring bag. So this one is, sorry, Small Quilt Crafts by Jennifer Geiger. I'm sorry if I said the name incorrectly. So, I just think that this is so fun. Like, these are different types of crafting things. There's different categories like home and hearth, lone flower tablecloth, and chair pad. There's another one that's for like a round table. Is this for a round table too? No, it's not, Adrian, obviously. You literally just saw that. Then oh, this is fun. I'm like curious about sewing curves, and I know Pinkut Sew has a video that talks about that. There was a lot of bias tape at the thrift store the other day. I didn't get any, but I'm not in a rush to like do it. I really like the placemats here, and I like the design of it, and it'll, oh, random thing that it was like, look at your memory from this day from last year or something. And then they have fruit here too. That's fun. Like, of course, it's not a surprise, but I knew that they were gonna have, well, some quilting books there. So I'm gonna say it like this. They have, Babushka or Baba, if hopefully that's right in Ukrainian. That is a tea cozy. So tea cozies aren't, well, I don't think I've seen a tea cozy like in a store before. So I'm not sure like if you just have it, do you have it on there when you, well, this is an American book, I think. But I've never seen a tea cozy in person, to be honest. Do you keep it on there when it's hot, or do you keep it when you're not, keep it on it when you're not using the tea cozy? Or do you cover it after it has like stuff in it already? Yeah, this is printed in America. Pot holders. And I'm interested to see like, well, when I sew the visible stitches, because so far I haven't really been showing that, but that's like a thing that you do with sewing, well, quilting. There is a bun warmer. I've never seen that in person either, but again, this is an American book, and it's a cat. This little sewing basket. A sewing basket would be kind of fun. I'm really interested in the pouches. Well, I'm interested in making something that can be functional. Oh, scissor case. Scissors case. I was thinking about making a scissors case, to be honest, but it would be for the, no, well, the ginger ones already have a case to them, but I could make another case to go with it. A spare pocket. And I really want to get to the third book. The third book, and I've never heard of this either, but maybe it was a thing back in the day, like a shoe bag. I would probably put other stuff in it, but I want to make a drawstring bag in general. So, what is it? Nap pad, carriage cover. Mm. Oh, and then this. But quilted. I was gonna say quitters. Critters. Oh my god, Adrian. Oh, I really love this. This is like a heart pouch. It's the last book that this doesn't have anything on it. The last book that I borrowed is The Intentional Spinner Holistic Approach to Making Yarn. I wanted to get this because, oh my god, look at there's sheep in here, and oh, I love that. Me just staring at the sheep and like a lot of the pictures. It talks about the actual yarn. So this is talking about the proteins. It's already an hour, so maybe I could do another video about this book after going through it. Um, I really wanted to read about the different fibers. So it has the goat fibers, mohair. This is the mohair or Angora goat. I'm just gonna be obsessed with like looking at the goats and like the animals in here. This is a cashmere goat. So there's different types of cashmere, the white Chinese cashmere top, new or raw cashmere, brown Mongolian cashmere top. I think I might do another video, like specifically for this book. Oh, there's the alpacas. Or the, mm, or that's a llama. There's an alpaca. It's an alpaca. I'm gonna do another video because there's so much in here that I'm. Oh, a yak. I don't know if I've seen it. I think I know what a yak looks like. This one is. What is that? Kivoet. So that is like one of the really northern animals. So I'm gonna do another video. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is like gonna be a blast just like reading. And they're like, well, automatically renew your books if nobody requests them. And I'm like, I don't know if people will want to request these books, to be honest, but maybe. I mean, why wouldn't they? But it's not super trendy or anything. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video.